Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Antec 1200 case. This full tower ATX case is currently available in a black color and is constructed from steel except for a few plastic parts. At the top there's a massive blue LED 200mm exhaust fan and a very convenient tray for your phone, MP3 player, camera, etc. Here's the reset button, power button, two USB 2 ports, external serial ATA port, as well as the microphone and headphone jacks. At the front there are 12 drive bays in total. The top 3 are 5¼ drive bays and the other 9 are internal 3½ drive bays. There are 3 hard drive cages which fit 3 hard drives each for a total of 9 hard drives. Since each of the hard drive cages are removable, they can be very easily taken out or repositioned to best suit your needs. So for example, if you were to require 6 5¼ drive bays and 6 3½ drive bays for hard drives, you could have a configuration something like this. Each hard drive cage has a blue LED 120mm fan as well as a speed control knob at the front. They also have a dust filter which can be very easily removed for cleaning. Note that these two 5¼ drive bay covers have removable foam on the inside, and this is to block any air that might be intaked through these covers because there isn't a dust filter on the inside. Another optional 120mm fan can be added at the back of one of the hard drive cages for CPU, video card, or power supply cooling. A 3½ to 5¼ drive bay adapter is included, which enables an external 3½ drive to be installed in one of the 5¼ drive bays. The left side panel has a large window, lots of ventilation, and an optional 120mm intake fan can be installed for added cooling. Note that they also include a removable dust filter. The right side panel doesn't have a window, ventilation, or fan. At the back they include an aisle shield plate and 2 blue LED 120mm exhaust fans. There's a speed control panel for the rear fans and top fan. The rear fans can be set to a low, medium, or high speed, and the top fan can be turned on or off and also set to a low, medium, or high speed. Here are the 7 ventilated expansion slots, 2 holes for water cooling system's tubes to pass through, and at the bottom is where a standard ATX power supply gets installed. Note the additional ventilation, and there are 2 thumb screws on each side panel. Note the grounding point on this case. The inside of the case is painted black, which really looks sharp. It fits micro ATX and standard ATX form factor motherboards. There's a fair amount of room to work on the inside, but unfortunately the motherboard tray is not removable. The motherboard tray has many holes for cables to pass through. This allows the cables to be hidden behind the motherboard tray, which cuts down the cable mess inside the case and will improve airflow. On the other side of the motherboard you can again see these holes where the cables can pass through, and there are also areas where you can attach cable ties to organize the cables. They include 4 soft rubber mounts for the power supply to rest on, which prevents the power supply from getting scratched and will decrease vibrations. At the bottom are 4 soft rubber feet which have excellent anti-vibration properties and won't scratch the surface. Finally, have a listen to the stock cooling. First, at the low speed, medium speed, and high speed. This is an exceptional case, right from the outside to the inside. It's the type of case that you want to own because it does have so many excellent features. Now I have a couple of personal preferences when selecting a case. Generally speaking, I look for a case that's aluminum because it means that it's going to be a little bit lighter than steel, but of course steel, generally speaking, will be a little bit sturdier than aluminum, but it will weigh more. Also, I like to select a case that has a removable motherboard tray because it just gives me the freedom of installing what I can on the motherboard tray outside of the case. But since this is a full-size tower case, that's really not an issue, and a removable motherboard tray for some people is not an issue at all. Overall, this is a 100% kick-ass product. Until next time, take care.